Hey y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn. I was trying to get a cover picture with Patty in there, but she was not having it this morning. I don't know. She did not want her picture made, okay? That's all. She did not want her picture made. But I've had a great week. I've had so much fun. I got to go with Annie and straighten up out at Keely and Bebe's. That was super fun. I'm gonna run back by there because I have to turn the air back where I moved it. I couldn't leave it on high, so I had to, or low. So I had to go by there. But I wanted to, I brought their wash home and did it while they were gone. And so I'm gonna drop it back off and put the AC back where it was because I'm old and cheap and I cannot stand the thought of running the AC very much when you're not in it. So yes, I have boundary issues. We've all discovered this so much. So I got to do that. I got to go work over at Shells with Annie. We straightened up her guest bedroom so she has a friend come in for the shower this weekend. And then I took all her yucky grout out of the bathtub, the old grout. She hasn't redone her guest bathroom yet. And so Annie sent me these pics and says, hey, do you know how to fix this? And I said, sure do. So I did that and then put alcohol on it, let it dry real good. And then I'm gonna put the grout down and her friend will be in tomorrow evening. So that'll be fun to do. And I know y'all think I'm nuts, but I love doing things. I feel good if I can help with something. So I love doing things like that. And getting to cut that old grout out. Something about that or the old caulk. It's not grout, it's caulk. Makes me very happy. So I weeded my front flower beds this week, cleaned out my pantry. I mean, I just had all the fun. The one thing I didn't get done was my mail. So if you're expecting mail from me, it's not in the mail yet. I did not get that done yet. So I have worked on numerous whips. I have a new start. I don't think I had started that one last week. Oh, I have 2 new starts. Whoop, whoop. Well, there you go. One is really small and one is the Nutcracker cell with Pam and Steph and tons of other people. I finally decided what fabric I wanted and got going on it, and it looks like it's gonna be beautiful. And then I did a little Bent Creek start for Shell and Trey for their wedding. They don't watch, so you don't have to worry about them hearing anything. So, and Audrey said that she had watched that she got to watch Patty Penn. Hey, Patty Penn. Hey, Table 24. And she loved her. Patty Stitching with My Kitties and on YouTube. And so she got to watch her, and she always has beautiful haul and beautiful stitching, and she's monogamous, so you get to see her progress along the way. She goes fast and she's monogamous. She gets, lots done. So that's also fun to see. Sometimes her kitties will come make an appearance and all. So I just jumped out of the pool and showered off, so I'm still yucky. And that's the reason I have on this dated shirt here, because I'm going to go do grout, or caulk. So I didn't want to wear anything too very good. So this is an old shirt, so if I accidentally got some on it, it's fine. Micah and the girls have landed at DFW, and they are with Jen and Lily. So they're spending the day with them because Jen and Lily and Josh are leaving in the morning for vacation. So this was the only time they'll get to see their Lils and Jen and Josh. So they are gonna go spend the day with them, and that will, I gotta pick up dry cleaning to take and drop off. I took Keely's dry cleaning too, just so when they get back, I appreciate them taking the time to be with one another. I think that's important. And so when they come back, I don't want them to be having to rush. That's the reason I did the wash and things. I want them to be able, I don't want their vacation to think of it as more stress, because then when you come back and you've got all this stuff piled up, I want them just to come able and roll back in and be able to get back in their work week groove, because they're coming in tomorrow night, and then Sunday we have family stuff all day. We have shell shower in the morning, and then we'll have Daddy's dinner Sunday night here, his 80th birthday. So, and thank y'all for everybody for saying, happy birthday to Daddy and all. I appreciate that. So we'll do that Sunday. So there's Sunday will be full too. And then Monday, you're right back at it. So if I can take some of that load off, that makes me happy. So I like doing things like that. So, but I did get a good, decent amount of stitching done this week. I guess I'll start with because it's sitting here just in a big old mess, with my Nutcracker. I saw this, I had to stitch it for Kimi, Pam and Steph. Of course, if you've seen, what about Crazy Progress? If y'all watch them this week, like this whole section here, Pam's got all this, like all this is done. And I'm like all right here. And I'm like, well, what the heck? But I couldn't sleep one night, and so I took and just got a good, fairly decent start on it. And I did decide to use this Stormy Night. I think I'm gonna love it on here. And of course I forgot my boards again. Go me. So it's just the absolute little bottom, the urn that the tree's in, and the bottom branch of the trees. Theirs is on a beautiful piece of Freeze by Atomic Ranch. I thought that's what it was. It's gorgeous. But I wanted mine to look a little more icy. I don't know if, I assume all ballets do this, but if you go see the Nutcracker around here, like at Bass Hall or somewhere like a nice, a big, nice theater, it has little snow come down onto the audience. It's beautiful. It's like just falling down. It's gorgeous. Or like, it's falling down like in front of you. It's not just up on the stage, I guess is what I'm saying. It's out with you. And so I always think of it as icy and snowy and gorgeous. And so I wanted mine to have a little more of that feel. So instead of the beige, I decided to do mine on this kind of gray blue to give it that feel. It is a 32 count Stormy Night Lugana, if I'm not mistaken. And it is so pretty. I've loved stitching it. It's stitching up good. 2/2 is what I'm using. Like I said, it is Ada friendly. And it even says on theirs, I can turn it this way where you can see it. It even gives you that it's, 16 count. So yes, this one is completely Ada friendly. So if you're an Ada stitcher and you want a big, like a big Christmas project to work on, I am using this as my Jolly July. I just haven't posted because my posting has been horrible lately. But y'all know I had too much fun in the summertime. So I'm out in the yard, I'm doing flower beds, I'm working on the pool, just, all the fun things that I like to do outside. I had to cut back my Vitek tree, or Texas lilac, or as my husband calls it, my weed tree, because it was all out on the sidewalk, and I just cut it back not long ago, but it was still everywhere in a hot mess, and he can't stand that. And so and of course he's crippled up right now, so I'm probably safe, but when he's not crippled up, if he says something about it and I don't get on it, he's gonna go out there, and then my poor tree is gonna be just butchered to pieces. he's just gonna have practically killed it. And then I'll be unhappy. So that, you know, that needed to be addressed, and it was. I got on it, and so it is taken care of. So when everybody gets here, it won't be so. Why didn't you trim that tree back? But we should have about 24 of us here on Sunday. And, oh, here's my threads. These are all the called fors except for the 2 DMCs, and I didn't put them on here yet. But it is just so productive. The only one I'm worried about is the light blue. I think it's blue beadboard that I may have to switch out. But these colors are just beautiful, and they look, well, here's the other 2, white and the ecru. This will kind of give you a little idea of how it looks on that stormy night, and I'm just stinking loving it. Beautiful, beautiful. So I got a decent, not a great start, but a decent start. I couldn't sleep one night, and so I got up until, I think it was 12 or something. And so from 10 to 12, I guess 11 to 12, because we went to bed we tried to go to bed at 10 that night, and I just couldn't sleep. So I got up, and by the time I dug around and decided what I was gonna do, I worked on it for about an hour. So, you know, that's fairly decent, right? It's fairly decent. And then I worked a little bit on my winter zipper, and like I said, I'm sad that I forgot my boards, but I'm trying to rush this morning because Daddy is getting his scan of his lungs. They wanted to rescan it. The infectious disease doctor was shocked at how good he looked in person compared to how bad his x-rays looked with the fungal infection in there. The penicillin and fusarium, I think is what the 2 were. So he wanted to re-x-ray them to see if there had been any change, because he was just shocked at how good he looked. And then he said he would tell him, you know, meds would be oral. He wouldn't have to have a IV infusion or anything, which made him very happy because he is not going to sit any more time at the hospital than he has to. Now, let me see if I can fold him where you can see him. This is Winter Zipper, the Little Zipper by Bent Creek. It's so, so cute. These are still available. I've seen them at shops, and Bent Creek carries them. So if, I'm sure you can get them from Bent Creek personally, or you can have your shop order them, because I saw lots of other zippers. There's lots of zippers still available. So without further ado, I made really decent progress on him because I was just up by his arms, I think. And it has 2 little buttons also that go in there. So, and then you can, I'll show you on here. Okay, so here he is. He's made a lot of progress. So, I don't know, I would say maybe halfway or a little more on him. He has the 2 little buttons that go there. And now when I get to a point that I kind of want to stop, and maybe I don't want to tie off my thread because I'm some kind of a weirdo, I just put it out to the side like this. Just run it out to the side and keep it tight. And then I can put in the snowflakes or different things. I think I put it out here to put in this last snowflake right here, and then go on with my stitching. So that's just kind of where I stopped. But I love it. It's on that 18 count linen, so it's super easy to see. As you can see, I got a little boo-boo in that one. I ain't worrying about it. No 2 snowflakes are alike, remember? What in the world is going off on my, I have my, oh, it's my flower shop girls. We were texting this morning. I was like, better check and see if everything's okay. But yeah, they're fine. But I got, that one is off one. It's out one too far. I'm not gonna worry about it one bit. like I said, these, Mom loves these. They're quick little stitches, and I just take them in, let her open them up, and she loves them. And then she moves them around on little easels and loves it. And this is another one. This is another one of the Bent Creek zippers. I think it was a zipper when I did it, but I think it's called Flag of Stars. It's gorgeous. It's still available. I see it lots of places, but it is so cute and quick stitch. So I've done several of those, but that one stayed here. It was a personal favorite. Oh, and you can see my little 4th of July rules over there. It made it to the stand. So now when everybody comes on Sunday, I'll move all this display to the hearth of the fireplace, and then I'll take this table and put it at the end of the table I'm sitting in front of, and then I have seats for, I don't know, 20 or something. 1, 2, 3. Because we put stools here, so we'll have 1, 2, 3, 3 or 4, 3 or 4, 6, 8, 12 to 15 people probably sit at one table. So that doubles my, I want to get a hutch here, and I just haven't found the one that I'm in love with. But, and then when I do, I'll just move this behind this table behind the sofa. But I do keep it here and use it when we have a lot of people over. I put these two end to end and bump this one that way a little bit. And then we can, tons of us can sit inside if we want to. We sit outside a lot, but as people are getting old, my mama can't sit outside for too long, she just gets too hot. James Williams' mama, things like this. So Daddy stays out a lot anyway, so we don't have to worry too much about him. But James Williams, his leg swells up now if he gets it too hot. So, or if it hangs, if he has it like down and not propped up. So he will probably, eat in here. And so anyway, but that's just a little bit of what will happen when we do that. But Bent Creek Winter Zipper is that way. These are so cute, little fast, fun stitches. I like these late at night when I know my eyes and my brain are tired, because the 18 count is easy to see and easy to keep up with. I'm not having to, use my magnifier or anything like that. It just rocks right on. Now, the one that, this is my other little start. We'll talk about it real quick. Y'all, I have such a mess. I just threw all this stuff on the table and went on. I decided Shell is very, she's an engineer. She thought she was going to decide she wanted to be an architect at first, and then she decided no. And so she became an engineer, but she likes real good, she doesn't like anything too jumbly, too busy, too new. So this is about as unbusy as my brain can go, okay? This is 2 become 1. And instead of this little dangly heart and this, I'm going to put their initials and the date across here. So it'll be their initials and the date. It's small that way, and it's pretty, pretty oh, I'm missing this 611, I think. So there's one other kind of a color. So that is very muted, calm, nothing crazy going on with it. It's on a piece of beautiful, it's 32 count Seraphim antique lace. I picked it up at Keepsake. Sharon was wanting to make some deals, and it is so pretty. And these colors on here, I really, really like. So that is the little top thing before the leaves are on it. And I've got that done in 2. I didn't have the, I think the little leaves are 611 or 613 one. There's 613 and I had 611, which is another one of them. But I couldn't find it. It must be in another bag in another kit or something. So, but I don't know, it's not picking. There you go. That's the beautiful. That is gorgeous. This is Seraphim Antique Lace. It is stunning. So pretty. And it'll be small, and she can just put it, you know, as a little small thing somewhere, and it won't be, you know, in your face and all. So that was my other start. It is fast. It is Ada friendly, and the 18 count, the zippers are Ada friendly too. So if you got it and you don't like stitching on the linen, you could use a piece of Ada. It's gonna change the size. 11 count is gonna be pretty close. So you could use 11 count Ada on it and you'd be fine. But it is Ada friendly also. So far today, everything is Ada friendly. It is 45 by 50. So it's really small, but it is so cute. It has a little charm in there, but I'm not gonna use it. But it was a little darker than I thought she would like. And so I just did it on this piece thinking this was such a beautiful piece of fabric and it will be so pretty on here. So I'm loving how it is coming along. I only worked on it, I think, one night or a little more. Haven't drank any water yet this morning, and I lost my second cup of coffee somewhere. I don't know where. I watered and I swam. I did some of my puzzles. I took a shower. Y'all, I don't know. I literally see it nowhere, so maybe I left it outside. My little hummingbirds I'm finally having more hummingbirds showing up. That makes me happy. But it's very cool. It's very cloudy here today. I mean, crazy cloudy and cool for our time of the year. I don't know if I can see from here what that says the temp is. 78. Y'all, that's nuts for here in July. It does not happen. And Jenny, yes, everything used to close on Christmas. I liked that. I liked when things would close on Christmas and you could, you know, people could be with their family. And I know people travel and stuff, but you know, y'all could pack y'all a lunch. I'm just saying, y'all could pack y'all a lunch. It ain't like you couldn't. But whatever. But it brings me to this that I was thinking about. Jameson Williams and I were talking about this. And my family, I don't remember doing this. He says when they would go like from Houston to Weatherford, Houston to Decatur like this to see his grandparents, that on the holiday, like Memorial Day, Labor Day, this, you know, all the food places would be closed. And so they would stop at a rest stop, and they would, like the Rotary Club or somebody would have sandwiches, and they would stop and eat them. Now y'all, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's gonna be a hard pass for me. Hard pass. I don't know where those sandwiches came from. I don't even know that you're really a Rotary Club. You could just be some weirdo out here giving us all food poisoning, either because you're nice and dumb or you're like psycho. So if that's a real thing, y'all need to let me know, because I'm like, no, James Williams, I don't remember ever. And since we never did it, I'd never do think to ask Daddy if that was a thing. But he swears it was. James Williams swears it was, and that they would stop and eat them. And now, no judgment if that's what you want to do, but I'm just telling you, I do not have enough faith in humanity to eat other people's food. I don't. I seen y'all leave the bathroom without washing y'all hands. I am not interested in sandwiches that y'all made. That ain't even hot food. That's cold food. Them germs on there are living large. They ain't frozen. They ain't heated. It's just, no way. So I'm gonna need some of y'all to chime in and let me know if that's a real thing, or if that's some sort of trauma my husband has laid up in his brain that he can't let go of. I worked on my cat Knockdown by Rebel Stitcher. It is so cute, and she has a new freebie. That's what I was gonna say. She has a new freebie. I don't remember who posted that says she has a freebie on her. So go to her Instagram and you can find a link to it. I swear I went and looked at it, but if I could get it to come back in my head, I can't. But it is the cutest, my favorite, and I told y'all I was struggling with the yarn, and I took it out because it was too thick. And so then I thought, what can I do while I'm deciding what to do about this? And now this is the one that's gonna be hard to kind of see because it's big. I'm gonna try to flap it around, so let's see here. This is on 7 count. Which I was gonna say, if any of y'all want to stitch this but can't find it, I saw some monk's cloth at Joann's, and it's 7 count. Your color would be different. You'd need to, probably if you dunked it in camel Rit dye, it would be the same, or close to, not the same, but it would be close. It'd be close enough for government work, okay? All right, now you're gonna have to look at my string because I stopped mid-stitch the other night. So I decided that while I'm trying to decide what to do with the yarn, and I did pick up some like baby yarn to stitch it with, to try that, but one of y'all sent okay, I know it's on here. Oh, Pam Sudeth. Pam said, try using the fuzzy yarn, but just doing a tent stitch. So you're only doing half across, and see how that looks. Cause then I wouldn't have to come back across. I would just be going, excuse me, y'all. I don't know what's going on. The one time. I took my allergy pill, I promise. But it is coming along so cute. I'm trying to pull this out to the side here. There we go, maybe to the side. I started on his mouth. So I just outlined his mouth and did his teeth, and then started filling in his mouth, which is, you know, a big, huge part of his face. I mean, these things are big. So the stitch count on them is not on here. Okay, it looks like we're 61 by 104. But it's pretty solid. I mean, yeah, it's pretty solid. So I think he's adorable. I'm loving him. And so I'm gonna try the tent stitch next week and let y'all know how I'll probably do a little section of both, and we can look at it and talk about it. But this is another good night stitch, because if your brain ain't firing on all pistons, you can still keep on keeping on and stitch. Sometimes by the time we go in there, my brain is just dead and I don't trust myself, because this is like we watch a few TV shows before we go to bed. We go to our bedroom and watch a few TV shows. One or two things, usually just short, 30 minutes or an hour or something in there. But this is something that I do work on in there sometimes, because I don't have to worry about getting off count so much, because it is easy. But here are my fun colors. They're a little bit different than what they had. They're just what my Joann's had in the number 5 pearl cottons. So It works. It's fun. It's funny. Oh, and Charles, my daddy did not know what pickled punks were. He said they didn't have those down here. Or he didn't see them. He said he didn't ever see them, but we were both like, what in the world? But you know, the world used to be a rough place, man. We think the world's a rough place now. The world used to be rough in lots of ways. Lots of ways. Okay, now, okay, my rules, autumn rules. I worked on it a little bit. And we talked about, which one of y'all told, okay, J&J Easter. I did do Halloween rules. And I forgot about it. I did do Halloween rules. Halloween rules is the one I had framed that I took back and let them re-stretch because it didn't do it right the first time. So I guess technically I could have switched all those out, but they finished the back of it off completely. So that was a whole thing, if y'all remember that. But thank you for reminding me that I'd already done that one. For heaven's sake. So I did this one. I'm working on autumn. I've done Halloween and I've done Christmas. I don't know if I've seen a spring rules yet. I can't remember. And yes, Rose, I do love the hive rules. And since I just don't eat honey, I love bees though. My Vitek trees are covered with little honeybees and big bumblebees. And I love them. And I walk out there and watch them. I just sit there and watch them. When I was trimming up the one by the front sidewalk, Kirsty, they would sometimes go down and be getting on the branches that I'd cut off. And I was like, now come on now. And I'd shoo them back up because I didn't want to accidentally crush one when I was putting the limbs in my wagon to haul off. And so I was like, come on now, come on, get back up there. So yes, Rose, I will do hive rules. And Patty sent me that beautiful fabric. I don't know if I have it right here at the table or not. But yes, I will stitch hive rules just because I love bees. And I wish I loved honey. And I do put it in I make myself put it in my tea because then I don't think about it. I just squirt it in there. And while my tea's steeping, somehow that, you know, goes out of my mind. Thank you, Jesus. But I can't eat it knowing that's what it is. It just... So, yeah, and I told y'all I got ruined about a fig too. I love figs. And then find out there's a dead wasp in the center of every fig. That's nasty. So I'm still just traumatized by that. So thank you for that I reminded me that I did it. And then somebody asked, okay, Sherry asked if the 28 or 14 count would work for my 4th of July rules. I did mine on 32. It calls for, they are so good about putting these on the back. It calls for 32, but they even give you the sizes. So the finished stitch size on the 28, you can see would be 4 5/8 by 20 3/4. Mine is 4 by 18 1/8. So, you know, you can see that would still give you plenty of room. You would still have plenty of room on the boards right there that I got from Joann's and stuck together. So, and then, you know what else I realized? I used some stain on this board instead of my wax. And that's why I couldn't get it to come off very good. That's why, because usually your wax will just wipe back off. And they're in the same size little container. And this is how I go all the time. So I put the stain on there. So then that's why I had a hard time getting more of it off than I thought I would. I thought the board would be lighter. I love it. But I thought it would be a little bit more buttermilky with the wax on there. But that's because it ain't wax, it's stain. So there you go. So Sherry, I used sticky board, but now my sticky board for this is a big piece. Mine you can get, and they're 8 by 10 or they are, there's a big piece. And it must be 16 by 20 maybe. I'm guessing. But that's not gonna be big enough for you to do the boards for this. So go to Hobby Lobby, Joann's, wherever, if you have one. And they will cut them for you. So you could tell them, you know, so if your piece was 4 5/8 by 20 3/4, so if you did it on the 14 count, you could tell them to cut it 5 5/8 by 21 3/4. And that would give you, you know, a 1/2 inch on either side. And then have them cut your other 2 boards while you're there. And they'll tell them you want it, and pick up a piece of sticky board if you want to and take it over there to them. And say, I need it to be about this thickness. And they will cut the board for you there at the Joann's. Or not Joann's. Joann's won't do it. Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Or you can cut it at home. I use my big long ruler and my razor knife. And just, and you're gonna have to do it a time or two, and you just have to hold it really hard, and it's hard for me. Sometimes I can get James Williams to help me because he can press it down really hard, and he can usually get through the first cut. I have to do it like 4 cuts to get through the board, but that will work. So if you can't get your sticky board long enough for a piece, just have them cut you a board at Michael's, and then you can just fold your fabric around the back and glue it. And to get your first piece of fuzzy on, you can just spray it with like quilt basting or something and let it get a little tacky. Vonna shows what she uses on one of her tutorials. And mine is in a gold looking can with purple writing on it, I think, and maybe a purple lid. I'm sure I got it at Joann's. And you just spray it on there and let it get a little tacky. And then you can smooth your fabric on there just like it's a sticky board. So it works just like a sticky board. And then use your tacky glue on the back or your hot glue, whichever you use, to do your seams on the back or lace it, whatever works for you. And so that'll work. That'll work just fine. So Sherry, I hope that's, you know, as clear as mud. Because I'm trying to explain things, but sometimes I don't coming across clear. Kendra says they're cutting soybeans around her, and that soybean chaff is all over her car and everything outside. You're right. That is yucky. A corn doesn't make near as big a dusty mess as the soybeans do. Soybeans make a big nasty mess. And I don't know how you would keep that. I mean, you'd, like you say, you just have to wash your car, wash off your patio, wash off. Oh, look, there's one of my walking birds getting one of them big grasshoppers out there. Thank you. Y'all know I can't kill them, but I don't mind nothing else eating them. Brittany said her family in Camden, Arkansas, she said, I don't mind killing grasshoppers. I said, oh, I can't. I feel bad about it, even though I hate them. And I hate them eating my flowers. I don't hate them. I hate them eating my flowers. She said they eat the screens. And I asked Annie, and she said she don't remember that in Dumas. So I don't know if that's some sort of Camden exclusive hybrid grasshoppers be eating your screens. Y'all let me know if y'all have those, because then I'm real scared. I might have to learn to kill them if they started eating the screens and stuff, because then you're eating things that ain't holy. And then, oh, Stampin' Cass said her in-laws have solar panels on their pool heater. Somehow it's on the pool heater, and it sends the water through there, so it gives them more time to swim. So I'm gonna have to look into that. Thank you so much for that, because y'all know I love to keep swimming. And back to my rules. Oh boy. And y'all know I love This from Jenny still is in the bag. I've got my Autumn Rules in this bag, and I love it. And Pam sent me the rules. Jenny sent me the bag a long time ago, and I have kept it and used it and love it. I think this is Vonna's tutorial that Jenny used. And I lost the little bow off here. It's in the bag, but I haven't glued it back on. But it's very nice. And but I think that's Vonna's tutorial. I did that same thing. Vonna has a tutorial on these. My Autumn Rules, I am very pleased with. I wanted to get the whole second section done, but I got a big chunk of the second section done, the biggest chunk. So I finished the Autumn Rules at the top and all the little X's. I hadn't finished the pumpkins and the little X's last week when we talked about it. I'm doing it on a piece of 32 count espresso Lugana from Fiber on a Whim. It's made by Fiber on a Whim. I got it from Floss and Fabrics. Hello, Jerry Lynn. It is a gorgeous piece of fabric. It is what I did this one on also, right there. And what a mess. Y'all, I don't know what this week I was. I mean, we all know I'm always all over the place, but Lord mercy. I don't think I put one needle up all week. Every needle is stuck in a piece of work. So on my 32 count one, it will be 4 1/4 by 16 7/8. And that guy over there is 4 by 18 1/8. So he's gonna still be okay on there. I'm not gonna fret over that little bit of difference in shortness right there. So I love it. Love, love, love it. So I worked on Go Apple Picking. Was what I was working on. And like I said, Pam sent me these threads also on these cards, and I just love this. How fun is that? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love the cards. Like I said, she sent the little, it has the tag on here with the picture, which I told Patty Pan she would have to do, and then has the little color key on the back. And then I put my little tag that says what these threads go to in case they get separated, because I wish I could say it hadn't happened, but it has. So it doesn't look like a lot, but I finished my pumpkin and I finished my sunflower and I did my X's, and then I did that little block there of apple. So the sunflower wasn't there, the pumpkin wasn't finished. I don't think the little buds on the pumpkin vine were finished, and the X's and O's across the bottom weren't done. He still doesn't have a beak, but I haven't used that color yet. So when I use that color, I'll put his beak on. But I was very happy to get that block of apple done. And so then this week, I'll hopefully get Go Picking and then get the sunflower done. But the girls will be here till Wednesday. So I'm gonna be having a lot of fun and probably not be doing near as much stitching as I normally would at all. Not at all. Oh, and I forgot to show, I have a card that says Nutcracker style, and I have a card that shows something else that I forgot to show. That, but we probably won't get back to that because I don't know where I put them. And I think Michelle's stitching this one with me. Did you start this one, Michelle? Oh, what fabric are you using? Let me know. Patty sent me the, I guess it's over here. Let's see. Let's see what's in here. And what's in here. And what's in here. Did I put it in there? Nope. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Patty sent me this, and I'm wondering if anybody is using it. She's going to use this. I think she's going to tea dunk it because it does have a little bit of a pink tone. We talked about that last week. So you can see it right there, just a little bit, especially in certain sections. I think if you tea dunked that, it would cut that yellow, the yellow would cut that kind of pinkish look some. But it's also a 36 count. So I didn't want to do my rules that small. So I will do another fall something on it because it's beautiful. But yes, I will do hive rules. I don't know if I'll do it on this or if I'll do it on a 32, so it'll be close to the same size. But I might do my hive rules on this because I won't. This is Berkshire Hive by Fabric Flair. And this one is, I think it's Autumn Leaves is what it's called by Fabric Flair. But if you put in Leaves by Fabric Flair, I'm sure you can find it. It's beautiful. So I will be using those. Oh, and one of y'all said y'all had a bedspread out of this beautiful fabric. That would be a very happy bedroom. I like that. This is so pretty. Patty always finding beautiful fabric and making beautiful things. So that is the reason I chose to not use this beautiful fabric Patty sent me, because I wanted it to be close to the same size as this guy. And so that will be over there. Now we're getting ready for our sal for We the People. I know several of y'all said y'all were ordering it and getting your stuff ready for it. This is okay. That's my threads for, got left in the wrong bag. Okay, my little angel did not get any attention this week, I don't think. My harvest angel got any, and Lucy didn't get any. I don't know why Lucy didn't get any, but we have this one coming up. Here it is. Table 24, We the People Sal. Tables 24 is where we met Christy, who is the Salty Stitcher, who is the designer for this beautiful chart. You can watch her YouTubes at the Salty Stitcher. This one is also Ada friendly because she gives you the other option. So, and I don't know, Christy, is there a pic of the Ada option in here? I don't think there is. So you can do it over one with the words like in the picture. Yes, you can do it over one. You can do it over two. She gives you lots of options. There are so many options here. But even if you do it over two, okay, optimize for Ada Stitchers. So she gives you all the options here. So you can backstitch it. You can, on Ada, or you can over one it on, but I don't see a picture of it. I'll see if I can find one and link it. But we're starting this on Labor Day. That one in September. And then we will stitch a section. I think we divided it into 9. And that will take us right over to election. So we can stitch a section and pray, I don't know, whatever you do. And don't even pray for it to go, I mean, I don't know. I'm not praying for it to go my way per se. I just want peaceful people. So that's where I'm headed with this. So our table 24, We the People Sal, will start and we'll stitch a section, and it's divided up, which I need to print off. I'll have to get James Williams to print it off for me, because we all know the printer and I are not friends at all. Printer and I are not friends at all. So that's coming up, that we're going to start that Sal, And then we're looking at the first of the year. Christy has a Maya Angelou piece. It is licensed, and so you don't have to worry about any copyright unhappiness going on. But maybe the first of the year, I wanted to stitch it, and Patty said, hey, why don't we do it the first of the year? And that's a genius idea. And then there are a couple of us that are fixing to do Christmas claws. And it is so cute. I don't think I'm going to put Christmas claws on mine. I'm just going to put something else there, or maybe just clouds. But I'm going to stitch mine and love it. It's just so cute. So cute. She's got some more designs coming out. Christy is killing it. I don't think I have anything else around here that I have missed. Shares from last week, I forgot to grab any this week, and I forgot to mail anyway, so 4th of July rules goes to Floss Flurry. Floss Flurry, if you'll email me, NisiLynn@yahoo.com. And also, I thought I got on the wait list for Snug Harbor when we were at StitchCon, and I didn't hear anything. So I re-signed up again this week. So I'm hoping to hear something, because since Shell decided not to go to Mexico, I'm going to be in the country. So, yay. I would love to go to that. So be sending good juju to me getting into the North Stitch. Whichever Stitch that is. It's Snug Harbor. I think it's Stitch North is what it's called. This is Jolly Happy Soul. So cute. Look at him. He is adorable. And he goes to Tweety 113724. Tweety, like Tweety Bird, 113724. Harvest Tiny Town goes to Sharon Mahon. I hope I said your name right. Or Mahan, maybe Mahan, 1656. I know Mahon's, but theirs has an O. So I bet you're Sharon Mahan, M-A-H-A-N, 1656. If you'll email me, NisiLynn@yahoo. This is Christmas, yes. I can read my writing. Linda Norris, 2869. Linda Norris, 2869. This is so cute. I do not know how to help you pronounce that. If you would like to order it from your LNS, I have no clue. This part, Photo de Grupo Merry Christmas. I got you on that one. Maybe if I turn it this way so you can see that part of it, because it is so dang cute. I'm assuming an Italian designer, but I don't know how to say that, all these words. Señorita di Campagna is how I would say that, but that's probably not right. But it's so cute. But it goes to Linda Norris, 2869. Adorable, adorable. And then Be My Honey by It's So Emma goes to Floss and Fizz. Floss and Fizz. Felicia, Floss and Fizz. Be My Honey. Isn't that the cutest? Patty started it while we were at StitchCon. Of course, she finished it in no time flat, probably on the plane on the way home. Did you finish it on the plane on the way home, Patty? She can focus and get to getting. She gets busy. And it is so cute. By It's So Emma, Be My Honey. So isn't that the cutest thing? And like I said, the others from last week, I think I heard from all y'all, but I did not get my mail done. So sorry. But I will get this put up. I'm going to get this done and uploaded real quick. And while it's uploading, I'm going to straighten up the beach towels under the sink in the back bathroom so that when the kids get in there this weekend, it isn't absolute chaos. It's already kind of chaos back there. So it definitely needs some straightening up. And then I will be off to do all the fun things. So y'all have A happy Friday, a great weekend, and enjoy your stitching. Bye.